Arguably one of the coldest fight scenes ever animated by Dreamworks since Kung Fu Panda. So it starts off with Puss thinking he's about to get his wish granted until the menace himself, Death, pulls up. And in this movie, Death was about that smoke, cause the moment he laid his eyes on Puss, it was straight hands on sight. If Black Force Energy was a person, it would definitely be him. So everyone starts to hear the whistle that Death does every time he pulls up on Puss, and I'm not gonna lie, when I was in the theater watching this, even I was scared, cause look at Death. This ain't no kids movie. It looks like bro came out straight out of a horror movie. It ain't even been 10 seconds into the scene and my man Puss is getting World War II flashbacks from hearing that whistle. And then Puss starts talking about, is he here for me? Like bro, he's been trying to end your career the entire movie and you think he's not here to run the ones with you? So Death creates a little arena for him and Puss to fight in, and Death starts talking about, I think you and me have reached the end. Like bro was really trying to waste no time. He finna get right to boxing with Puss. Yo, look at Puss though. He looks scared for his life. But I mean, I don't blame him. I would be scared too if a whole wolf tried to pull up on a cat and try to kill me. You gonna fight me like a real man, or you better duck this smoke? And I want everyone to pay close attention right here, cause this moment will come back later in the fight and it's about to be crazy. So Death drops Puss's sword talking about, pick it up. So now we get to this little moment where Puss thinks he's about to die and his life flashes before his eyes. And I'm not gonna lie, by the look of Puss's face, even I thought this fight was over before it even started. But Puss is like, oh nah, my girl is watching and so are the homies. So he's like, I'm not about to let them down. And out of nowhere, Puss becomes an entirely new character. Like bro, where were you for the rest of the movie? And bro pulls out that light skin face. And he starts talking about, I'm not running, I'm going to end your whole career.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
So Puss picks up his sword and says, fear me if you dare. So the fight starts and Death rushes Puss and Puss comes at him full force and they both block blows. Now Puss runs at Death but bro says, we? And Puss, being a part of the Weave Nation, dodges every slash that Death throws at him. Puss even got a girl looking like, is Puss really like that? So eventually Death applies pressure and look at this frame right here. That small ass sword that Puss trying to block that dagger with.
You don't find that suspicious?
Like I'm surprised that the sword didn't break then and there, cause what is that thing made of, titanium? Now Puss says nope and climbs on top of Death, and look at bro's face right here. This is the first time I've seen fear in this man's face. And Puss gives Death that mean jaw kick. So Death is like, oh yeah, I like that, Puss, and puts on his tryhard pants and transforms his 2 daggers into a big scythe. So Death dashes towards Puss and Puss says, and goes for his toes and knocks his hat off his dome piece. Now Death says, sends Puss flying to the ground, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too good for my boy Puss, cause he done lost his hat and his sword. I told you, Puss, I'm really like that. And of course Puss got the plot armor, so he's about to bounce right back. Puss pulls out a pocket sword and blocks Death the second he's about to get hit. And to be fair, you gotta give props to the Dreamwork writers right here, cause this is peak cinema. And this is exactly why. Mid-clash, Puss grabs his hat in the middle of getting pushed around by a whole scythe while he's holding a baby knife. Nah, but that was really clean from Puss, cause he got those defensive badges on Hall of Fame and Death can't check him at all.
Say hello to my gatito blade.
But look at Death's face, bro looks petrified, cause tell me why bro is scared of a blade that's the size of a carrot. That's how you know Puss is about to go ham on Death right here. Puss rushes Death and gets on the offensive, and then Death starts blocking all of his blows, but bro says we and breaks his scythe in half. And Puss is not finished yet. He goes in for the second attack and Death counters and sends Puss spinning in the air like a cannonball. Puss comes down and stomps on top of his head like he's a Goomba from Super Mario Bros. And then Puss sends Death to the floor. Like, I know you was like that, Puss. You gotta give credit when it's due. And when I was watching this in the theater, I'm not gonna lie, I had to wipe my eyes real quick to see if this was actually happening. And remember how I told you guys to pay close attention to the scene? Just watch this flashback.
Pick it up.
And now look at what Puss does to Death right here.
Pick it up.
Nah, but bro really pulled out that Uno reverse card on Death. But this moment will be remembered for generations, cause that was the coldest moment in Dreamworks history. I'll never defeat you, Death,
but I did just give you the fate with my tiny ass sword.
And at this moment, I thought Death would be biting Puss's head off after how hard Puss violated him. But Death is like, nah. You know what, Puss? I'ma spare you this time, cause I did just get cooked. I'll get you next time though. And bro just dips the scene like nothing happened. But anyways, that'll be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, please hit that like and sub button, and I'm out. Peace.